When I listen to your tracks, and particularly when I listen to you playing, and I feel like also in conversations generally about you as an artist, there are two words that often come up. One is swing and the other is groove.
Yeah.
What is your relationship to those two terms? Is this something that you claim for yourself?
It's not even that I claim for myself, but I noticed that, same thing. I notice I'm attracted to the groove and to the swing. Groove because I come from groove. Swing because there's something in that syncopation that happens. And I actually said this in an old interview that old school records had the perfect lock groove was 133 and a third BPM. And that was the way to get a perfect lock groove on a record. And when I first started touring internationally, techno at the time was much slower. It was like 128, 129 was the Berghain techno sound or whatever. And the first time I played there, I actually tried to start at the BPM I knew they were at. And after about 5, 6 records, I just found myself pitching up. Now, in today's standards, I'm slow. But back then, I was fast. Because my first records were 135 BPM. And the first time I remember playing in Berghain, it was really my first big international show. I started pitching everything up, and everyone kind of didn't know what to do with it. But to me, over 133 and a third created groove where there was no groove. It created swing where it wasn't necessarily put in. So maybe that track was written with no swing or groove. It was just a straight 4/4 kick. But once you pass that 133 and a third, you got natural swing. You got natural percussion. And, going out to hip-hop shows when I was young and going out to all these places where there was groove and soul, especially in R&B, I'm attracted to that. Like that makes you shake in a different way. Like, I'm not hating on anything that's current or new, but when I look at certain BPM ranges, when you get to 160, 170 drum and bass, you can find the halftime in it, and you can swing your hips in the half. When you're at 130, 135, you can kind of find this groove that you can lock into. When you even go slower, you can also find this interesting groove. There are certain BPM ranges where certain grooves even go away, and actually your feet are planted and all you can do is just kind of shake. But you're not actually, we play dance music. I want people to actually dance. However they want to express themselves, I want them to dance. So yeah, I'm looking for groove and swing. To me, pure house and techno and even hardcore or any of those pure initial genres that our culture was built around, pure drum and bass, the earliest forms of it, everything comes back to the most pure level all the time. Hypes come, hypes go, things change. Out of every little hype or momentum that comes, you're gonna get a handful of really amazing artists that will push the boundaries in those things. And I'm sure right now I am seeing some artists who are pushing the boundaries of speed, sonics, and other things that are amazing, and I hope that they will continue on that path. But being faster and harder just to say I am does nothing for the culture of dance music, does nothing for the growth of artistry. At that point, it's just entertainment and an arms race of who can say I play faster and harder. And I think, unfortunately, COVID enhanced a certain moment of TikTok and Instagram viewing 30-second clips of like harder, faster, let me show you what I can do. But put that on a dance floor for a certain amount of hours to a crowd, and I just think unless you're really pushing sonic boundaries and blowing, some consciousness out of people's brains, at some point you're just beating on them. You're just hurting them. And I hope things keep moving. I hope other hypes come too, because again, out of every hype, there will be a creative group that will come out of it. So even this current hype, I hope another hype comes too. I love seeing these little hypes pop up. And maybe this one is not even little. I can't call it little. It's big right now. But yeah, I want to see the creative side of what comes out of these new genres or new ways of displaying dance music and see who can really push those boundaries.